Hi guys, it's Shenita. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel, or if this is your first time, welcome. Today I'm just going to answer a few questions about my life as an actor. When did I move to Los Angeles? I moved to Los Angeles in 1997, a long time ago, with my manager at the time and a group of friends. What is my dream role? My dream role has to be anything where I can be an action hero. I took Taekwondo as a kid and as an adult, so I think I could kick some butt. How many times have I taken headshots? If I had to put a number on it, I've never really counted, but if I had to put a number on it, I would say probably about 15 times maybe. You're going to need to take headshots quite often as an actor because as you get older, things about your physical appearance change. So you need to have headshots that represent that. So it really depends on your manager or your agent, how often they request it. You can get away with maybe every year, every 2 years. Back in '97, headshots were still black and white. You wouldn't necessarily pay a whole lot for the photographer and maybe the makeup artist. You would pay more on the latter end because you would have to get 500 copies of this headshot that would go to your agent's office. And then you'd have to get resumes to go on the back of those headshots. So you would have some that would go to your agent's office, and then you would keep some to take with you to auditions, or if you were self-submitting, you'd need a headshot for that. Nowadays, you're going to pay more, it seems, for the photographer and the makeup artist, because now you're not having to have all of those copies printed because everything is digital and color. Definitely keep that in mind if, you know, being an actor is something that you want to do, because photography is going to be a really big part of that. Can I cry on cue? Yes, I can cry on cue. I don't know if you guys want me to do that for you. Let me see how long it takes. And I won't speed this up. I won't cut it or anything. And we'll just see how long it takes to see if I can cry on cue. I can, but let's see. I don't have a tear, but you can see my eyes are watery. If I gave it a few more seconds, a tear would come. I've learned that it's a really good thing to be able to do, especially if you're live in a room doing an audition. It's really cool to be able to cry if the character needs to cry and you don't have to fake it or force it. So yes, I can cry on cue. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Next question. When was my last audition? Actually, I just got done recording 2 auditions, which I will be submitting later tonight.
Thought you was somebody run up here for another audition, man.
Auditions? Nah, man, come on. But
I'm very fortunate in that I am able to audition quite often, so I'm very happy about that. So you guys wish me luck or broken legs on my auditions that I had today. Hopefully I'll get those. What project did I get my SAG vouchers on? So to join the actors unions, back in 1997, it was SAG and AFTRA. So you had to do different things to be able to join both of them, and you'd have to pay fees and things like that. Since then, they've merged into one union that is now called SAG-AFTRA. One of the things that you need to join a union is that you have to have vouchers. So what that is, as a non-union actor, you have to work on union projects, and with that, you'll get a voucher. So back when I came to Los Angeles, you needed 3 vouchers to be able to join the union, in addition to the fees that you needed to pay. My first voucher was either Arliss, which was a cable show back in the late 90s. I did background work on that.
No fucking way. No fucking way.
Or it was a movie, and I was gonna look it up. Hold that thought. Let me look it up real quick so I can tell you guys what it was. Okay, I'm back. So the movie was called The Bachelor. It starred Chris O'Donnell, Renee Zellweger.
Can you find him for me? And can you tell him that I really would love to see him for dinner?
The Bachelor.
I did background on that. The storyline was Chris O'Donnell's character. Something was going on with maybe like a distant relative's will or something like that. They were going to leave him money, but he, in order to inherit the money, needed to be married. So he held I think this open audition for a bride. And so what they needed was they needed all these girls to play these brides throughout the movie as background that were literally chasing him around the city. So it was either Arliss or The Bachelor that I received my first SAG voucher and ultimately ended up joining the union. Okay, so my next question is, what am I self-conscious about as an actor? So again, back in the day when I first moved to Los Angeles, I can really honestly say that I was really self-conscious about my weight and my height. I'm 5'10" and a half. And one thing that I noticed was that a lot of the actors are really small. They're shorter than me. So that was something that I was really self-conscious about.
You are the tallest person I've ever seen.
And you're so small.
One thing that they'll have you do when you audition here, and I'm sure at other places, is they want to know how tall you are. And that's because they want to be able to match you up accordingly with other actors that you might be working with. So yeah, I was really self-conscious about that. Nowadays, I think I'm more self-conscious about my teeth, which have a lot of spacing at the bottom. And that's primarily because when I was a teenager, young adult, I had braces. When I moved to Los Angeles and I had my braces taken off, I didn't wear my retainers. So now, 20 years later, my teeth are back the same way. So I'm really self-conscious about that. I think about it all the time when I'm taping and doing other things and YouTube. It's really I don't like it. So I actually, a couple of weeks ago or last week, I started the process of getting Invisalign braces. So hopefully I'll be able to take you guys on that journey and you'll see the changes with my teeth. I really want to do commercials again. And I know if you guys watch a lot of commercials or if you watch a lot of TV, you'll notice that you never really see actors in commercials with bad teeth. They always have beautiful straight white teeth if it's for a toothpaste commercial or if it's for dog food. The teeth are always going to be on point. So I want to get back there with the nice teeth so I can do commercials. So that's what I'm self-conscious about. Although yesterday my mom told me that I look like I'm starting to develop dark circles under my eyes. So maybe now I'll be self-conscious about that too. Who is the one person that I really enjoyed working with? I really enjoyed working with a lot of people, but I think of all the projects that I've ever done, the person that I was most excited to work with was Regina King. And I worked with her on her show at the time called American Crime. This was a couple years ago. She was really nice. Again, it had always been one of my dreams to work with her, and I got a chance to do that. So I was very excited. Who do I study as an actor? If you want to be an actor, you know that you have to be able to study other actors. I mean, just like in anything, if you want to be a baseball player, there has to be baseball players that you study their game, right? So the same thing would be true for an actor. For me, and for a long time, it's been Denzel Washington and Viola Davis. I try to make sure that I watch any and everything that they're in because it's really important for me to learn and understand nuances in scenes and to be able to put all that together with, blocking and coordination and giving and taking and all those things that you have to do and remember as an actor. Those are things that you want to know the ins and outs of. I really pay attention to the patterns and the things and the nature of their acting. So those are two people that I really admire and learn from. Okay, so I have two more questions. What are the pros and cons of being an actor? I can tell you from a personal experience, pros, I get to do what I love to do. It's always been my dream since I was a little kid to be an actor, so of course that's going to be a pro. I'm here, I'm doing it, I'm living out my dream, so I'm very, very grateful for that. The cons, along the way I've gotten married, I've had children, I've created a family and kind of another life for myself. So the cons would be that sometimes as an actor, it affects that part of my life. So say for example, I have a vacation planned with my family and a really big audition comes up. or I booked something and I need to be in town. Another time, I had to walk away from a job because my father-in-law died, and his funeral was the same day as something that I was supposed to record. I also do voiceover, so I was supposed to record something that day for a very, very, very major company, and I was going to get paid a lot of money. I walked away from it because I told them, you know, I had a loss in the family. I needed to be there for my husband and the rest of my family, and I wasn't going to miss his funeral. If they couldn't reschedule it, I couldn't do it. So I didn't do it. They went with someone else. So those are kind of the cons. I mean, another one would be, you know, it's not cheap to be an actor. You always have to spend money on your photography or your acting classes, your dues, your teeth. You know, it's a lot of different things that you have to keep in mind that is going to come out of your pocket as an actor, if that's what you want to do. So the last question is, what tips would I give new actors? So for new actors, I always recommend doing as much as you can in your local community, your city. So before you move to New York or before you move to Los Angeles, exhaust every option that you have where you live. So fortunately, a lot of other cities are starting to pop up as little Hollywoods. So there's lots more opportunity out there where they're starting to do more productions. It's very, very possible to live and work where you are as an actor versus coming to Hollywood or like I said, New York. So do as much as you can where you are. Acting classes, theater, student films, short film, non-union projects. Do as much as you can there to build your resume. And then if and when you decide you're ready to move to one of the bigger cities, be prepared financially, be prepared mentally, be prepared spiritually. Those are all things that you're going to need in your corner, especially if you're going to come by yourself. Even if you are going to come with a group of friends, those are also things that you'll need. Maybe not as much because you'll have that support. You guys will be able to share rent, stuff like that. But you'll definitely need to be prepared because I know a lot of people who came and have left. It's hard, and there's nothing wrong with having to pick up and go if you can't cut being here because it's hard. So just make sure that you're ready, make sure that you have a good support system and people that are willing to help you along the way, and I think you should be just fine. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, I hope I wasn't all over the place because I'm a newbie when it comes to YouTube. I mean, I have some videos up, but it's of my work. There's only a handful of videos that I have up where I'm actually talking to you guys, so I want to get more comfortable doing that. I'd love it if you'd like this video, comment, ask me some questions, and give me some ideas of what you'd want to see from me as far as content is concerned. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.